Hi again, and today I just came back to take the civil engineering subjects. Okay, so first we're gonna see mechanics. Okay, so this is mainly for the TRB. So let's first finish the TRB syllabus. Okay, so first topic is simple stress. What is simple stress? The force of resistance. So what is this? Resistance to the force. Okay, so the force of resistance per unit area, in a unit area, offered by the body against deformation. So by the body to resist the deformation. Okay, so force of resistance, ஒரு பாடியில் ஒரு எக்ஸ்டர்னல் ஃபோர்ஸ் ஆக்ட் ஆகும்போது some force which is present inside the body and the deformations are resist பண்ணும். So that is called stress. You can see here a body and external forces acting on it. So this external force will make the body to deform downwards. So the stress will be upward. The stress acting upward to resist to against this deformation. So in the stress and the deformations தடுக்கிற மாதிரி act ஆகும். So that is what stress. So stress is called the force of resistance. It should resist the external force. Stress will be mentioned by sigma. Okay, so sigma which is equal to P by A, force per unit area, force of resistance per unit area. That's it. And its unit is Newton per mm square. External force which is equal to the force of resistance. So வர ஃபோர்ஸும் கீழே இருந்து தடுக்கிற ஃபோர்ஸ், தட் இஸ் ஸ்ட்ரெஸ், ரெண்டுமே ஈக்குவலாக இருந்தால் பாடி இஸ் செட் டு பி ஈக்குலிபிரியம். ஸோ த பாடி வில் பி இன் ஈக்குலிபிரியம். ஓகே, பிகாஸ் this force and this force will be equal means the body will be in a straight, right? That is what? Equilibrium. Next one, strain. A body subject to external force, there is change in the dimension. Yes, as I already told you, ஒரு பாடியில் external force act ஆகுது. So the body will change, right? இந்த சேஞ்ச் அப்போ இதோட டைமென்ஷன் வேறு, இதோட டைமென்ஷன் வேறு, ரைட்? ஸோ a body subjected to external force, there is a change in dimension. This body will change to another position, another shape, which in turns change in dimension. So this is what strain. Strain is nothing but change in dimension by original dimension. So change on a dimension என்னவோ by original dimension. This will give the strain. Okay. Relationship between stress and strain. So we're going to see the relationship between the stress and strain. It has three things: one dimensional, two dimensional, three dimensional. So one dimensional depends on the Hooke's law, we're going to see that, and two dimensional depends on longitudinal strain, lateral strain, Poisson ratio. Okay, so these things we will see is very important actually. So just concentrate. One dimensional stress system. Okay, why are you bringing the Hooke's law? Because in Hooke's law there comes the relationship between the stress and the strain. Okay, so Hooke's law states that if the body is within the elastic limit, then the stress will be equal to the strain. So Hooke's lawல அவர் என்ன சொல்றாருன்னா, ஒரு பாடி எலாஸ்டிக் லிமிட்டில் இருக்கும்போது, மீன்ஸ் அது வந்து ஸ்ட்ரெயின் ஆகி அதாவது அதோட பொசிஷன் வந்து சேஞ்ச் ஆனாலும் அந்த ஃபோர்ஸ் எடுத்த உடனே இட் வில் கம் பேக் டு இட்ஸ் ஒரிஜினல் பொசிஷன். தட் இஸ் வாட் எலாஸ்டிக் லிமிட். ஸோ இந்த எலாஸ்டிக் லிமிட்டில் அதோடைய நார்மல் ஸ்ட்ரெஸ், நார்மலாக அதுக்கிட்ட இருக்க ஸ்ட்ரெஸ் which is equal to strain. So this is what they are mentioning. அந்த மாதிரி elastic limitல அதோட stress and strain will be equal. Okay, so he had given a relationship like E which is equal to sigma by E. E is what? Modulus of elasticity or Young's modulus. So we are going to mention this E as modulus of elasticity or Young's modulus, which is equal to stress by strain. So this is very, very important and it's a basic one actually. So it has given the dimension, right? So it has given the relation in one dimensional. Okay, and the next one, two dimensional stress system. When a body subjected to axial deformation, if there is increase in length, at the same time there will be in decrease in other dimensions like breadth and depth. Okay, so when a body subjected to axial deformation, so this is what the axial deformation in a body, if it is subjected to axial deformation, there will be increase in length. So it will increase in length and there will be decrease in the breadth and depth. So ஒரு body axial deformation means ரெண்டு சைட்லேருந்து நம்ம இழுக்கிறப்ப ஒரு பாடியை நம்ம ரெண்டு சைடில் இழுக்கிறோம். ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி டைமில் the body will change. அப்போது it will change like the length will be increase, length அதிகமாகும் and other dimensions breadth and depth will be decreasing one. ஸோ நம்ம ரெண்டு ஒரு பாடியை இப்படி ரெண்டு பக்கத்தில் இருந்து இழுக்கிறப்ப அதோடைய லென்த் அதிகமாகும். ஸோ அது லென்த் அதிகமாகிறப்ப இதோடைய பிரெத் டெப்த் எல்லாமே கம்மியாகும். ஸோ that is what they are mentioning here. And this action, so decrease in other dimension, this action will be perpendicular to the line of action of force. So we can say here this is the line of action of force because this is what the axial force. ஆனால் அதோடைய change பார்த்தீங்கன்னா it will be decreasing. This action is which is perpendicular to this, right? You can see here this action is like this and this action is perpendicular actually. So perpendicular to line of action of force. So this is what two-dimensional stress system. And under this we are going to see lateral strain, longitudinal strain. Okay, the body is changing, but how can we mention it? In the longitudinal strain, we can easily say change in length by original length. Change in length, actually the change is increasing, right? So increase in length by original length. This is what longitudinal strain. And here lateral strain, which is nothing but the other dimensions. There will be a decrease in breadth and depth. So decrease in breadth by original breadth or decrease in depth by original depth. So just they are splitting this dimensions. That's it. So longitudinal means L. Long means it will increase. So what will increase? Length will increase. So we can easily remember that. And lateral means another two dimensions. Okay, so this is what I have said. If axial forces are acting in a body and this body will shape to length increasing and breadth depth will be decreasing. You can see here this is the original body. Okay, this is the original body and this is the changed one after applying the axial force. Okay, so this is what that. And the longitudinal strain and the lateral strain. If the longitudinal strain is tension, then the lateral will be compression. So these two things will be opposite. Like அந்த பாடியை நம்ம பிடிச்சி இழுக்கிறோம். ஸோ இதோட லென்த் வந்து இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகுது. அந்த டைமில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா திஸ் பாடி வில் ஸ்ட்ரெஸ், ரைட்? லைக் ஸ்ட்ரெச் பண்ணுறோம் இந்த பாடியை. ஸோ இது ஸ்ட்ரெச் பண்ணுறப்ப இட் வில், திஸ் இஸ் கால்ட் த டென்ஷன், டென்சைல் ஃபோர்ஸ். இந்த பாடி வந்து நல்லா ஸ்ட்ரெச் ஆகுது. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கப்போ தான் இது வந்து டென்சைல் ஃபோர்ஸ், டென்சைல் டென்ஷன் வில் பி ஆக்ட் ஆன் திஸ் லென்த் வைஸ். இந்த பாடியில் லென்த் வைஸ் வந்து டென்ஷன் ஆக்ட் ஆகும். அண்ட் இந்த பாடி வந்து இப்படி இழுக்கிறோம். பட் இங்கே வந்து பிரெத் அண்ட் டெப்த் வந்து இந்த டைரக்ஷனில் ஆக்ட் ஆகுதுன்னு சொன்னோம். ஸோ தட் இஸ் வாட் கம்ப்ரெஷன். இந்த பாடி வந்து இப்படி இருந்த பாடி இட் வில் கம்ப்ரெஸ் டு ஃபார்ம் திஸ் thin part, right? So this is what compression. So it will be vice versa also, like longitudinal compress ஆகவும் இருக்கலாம், compression ஆகவும் இருக்கலாம், lateral வந்து tension ஆகவும் இருக்கலாம். So it will be vice versa. So longitudinal is tension here and the lateral is compression here. Okay, Poisson ratio, which is nothing but it will give the reaction between these two, longitudinal and lateral. Ratio between lateral and longitudinal strain within the elastic limit will be mentioned as Poisson ratio. So you can see here mu, which is equal to lateral strain by longitudinal strain. So first lateral will come. Okay, and here you can see here lateral, which is equal to minus mu of longitudinal strain. Why I have put minus here? Because lateral and longitudinal are different. If it has tension means the other one will have compression, right? So they two things are different. And as we said, lateral is compression and longitudinal is tension. So we're gonna put minus here to differentiate these two things, because these two things actually have compression and tensions on their own. So we are putting this minus symbol. Lateral and longitudinal வந்து டோட்டலாக எப்போவுமே வந்து சேமாக இருக்காது. ஸோ they will have tension and compression. அதனால தான் இந்த minus we have to put here. Okay, relationship between stress and strain. Okay, so this is what the second two dimension. So here we're going to see the relationship. Let's see that. Sigma 1, which is stress in one direction, that is x direction. Sigma 2 is stress in y direction. So we have put two directions and stress here. Okay, sigma 1 will be here and sigma 2 will be here. So it's x direction and y direction. Sigma 1 strain. This sigma 1 means the stress 1 will produce strain, but this strain will be at both direction. If this stress will bring the strain to the body means this strain will be at both direction. Okay, yes, as you know, ஒரு பாடியில் we have put some stresses means it will bring the strain. Strain is nothing but the change in body. அப்படி வரப்போ x axisலையும் சரி y axisலையும் இந்த பாடி வந்து சேஞ்ச் ஆகும். It will change in both direction, right? So this is what here they have mentioning. Stress 1 will bring strain in both direction and also stress 2 will bring change in both direction, right? So strain 1, that is E1, okay, which is due to the stress 1 will be at both direction. Same here, strain 2 due to the stress 2 will be at both direction. Okay, and these stresses are mutually perpendicular, right? Here you can see here, this is here and this is here, so it is mutually perpendicular to each other. Actually this strain is both in x and y direction. As we already said, the strain will be in both direction, right? So longitudinal strain will be acting in the x direction and lateral strain will be acting in the y direction. So longitudinal strain means change in length, right? So if this is the two stresses means, then longitudinal strain, there will be change in length and it will increase. So this is what the longitudinal strain, which is in x direction, and lateral means this thing. So breadth and depth will be in decreasing one in perpendicular direction, that is y direction. So length வந்து increase ஆகும் in x direction, and also breadth depth will tend to decrease in y direction. So this is what they are saying, longitudinal strain at x direction and lateral strain at y direction. Okay, so this is for stress 1. Okay, and as I said, x direction longitudinal strain and lateral strain will be in y direction, right? So longitudinal strain means sigma 1 by E, right? Lateral strain means minus mu into sigma 1 by E. Actually, we have seen Young's modulus, which is nothing but sigma by E, right? Stress by strain, which is what? Young's modulus. So here they are making this E. So E, which is equal to sigma by E, right? So this is what they have mentioned, sigma 1 by E. And you know lateral strain will be equal to minus mu into this longitudinal. So minus mu into sigma 1 by E. So this is for E1, where E2, it will be in opposite direction, like y direction will have the longitudinal and x direction will have the lateral. So we can easily say at x direction minus mu into sigma 2 by E. Here we need to mention sigma 2. That's the difference, and it will be an ulta here. Okay. So strain 1 la longitudinal irukkum. So we have already seen Young's modulus will be equal to stress by strain, right? So இதிலிருந்து நம்ம E மட்டும் எடுத்துக்கிறோம், sigma 1 by E. At the same time, lateralக்கு என்ன equation? Minus mu into longitudinal strain. So minus mu into longitudinal strain. இது அப்படியே reverse ஆகும் in E2, because in E2 la x direction there will be change in depth and breadth, but in case of y direction there will be change in length. So இது வந்து lateral and this one is longitudinal. So equation will also be changing, and the only difference sigma 2. Okay, so as in the total நம்ம வந்து x directions எல்லாம் total பண்ணோம், and y direction we need to add it. So E1, which is equal to sigma 1 by E, this part, plus minus mu into sigma 2 by E. So this is what E1, and E2 will be adding these two things along y direction. So it can easily get the values of E1 and E2. Okay. Okay. Then the next one, 3-dimensional stress system. As you know, 3-dimensional means it will be like a cube, right? So in 3 direction the stress will be acting. Okay, so we can easily directly write this. Sigma 1 means stress 1. So this stress 1 will produce E1 at 3 directions, right? So x, y, z. This is the first one. First one means the first one will be in positive. You can see here stress 1 at first one. So this is stress 1, right? So stress 1 means the first one will be positive and minus mu to the other things. Stress 1 is positive and stress 2 will be in negative with multiple of mu. Same applies here. This is strain 2. So stress 2 will be positive and minus mu to the stress 1. So this is what the equation. So you can easily write E1, which is equal to stress 1 will be positive minus mu into stress 2 and minus mu into stress 3 into divided by the whole of E. So we can easily write for E2 will be equal to stress 2 by E. This will be at positive, right? And minus mu into stress 1 by E minus mu into stress 3 by E. The other two things will be negative with the multiple of mu. அதே மாதிரி stress 3க்கு strain 3க்கு stress 3 will be positive. இது மட்டும் பாசிட்டிவ்ல இருக்கும் and negative for the other things. Minus mu into பண்ணிக்கணும் stress 1 by E minus mu into stress 2 by E. So this is what the equation. So we can easily write the three-dimensional equation. And what is principal plane and stress? இது வந்து ரொம்ப பேசிக்கான question. Okay. Principal plane. A plane with no shear stress. What is shear stress? Shear stress, two equal and opposite force acts tangentially. This force will create a stress. That is what shear stress. Like you can see here, these are the two metals which is welded. If I am applying the forces which is equally and opposite forces, two forces are equal and which is in opposite direction, means this will shear off. So இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ரெண்டு மெட்டலை நம்ம மெல்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். ஸோ இந்த மெட்டலை ரெண்டு ஃபோர்ஸ் அப்ளை பண்ணி நம்ம இழுக்கிறோம். இந்த ரெண்டு ஃபோர்ஸுமே ஈக்குவலான ஃபோர்ஸ் அண்ட் திஸ் ஃபோர்ஸ் ஆர் ஆப்போசிட் ரியாக்ஷனில் இருக்குது. இந்த மாதிரி டைமில் இந்த மெட்டல் வில் ஷியர் ஆஃப், அது அப்படியே ஷியர் ஆஃப் வந்துடும், அது இப்படி கிழிஞ்சு வந்துடும் இந்த ரெண்டு மெட்டலும். ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் வாட் ஷியர் ஸ்ட்ரெஸ். இதுதான் வந்து ஷியர் ஃபோர்ஸ். திஸ் இஸ் ஷியர் ஃபோர்ஸ் அண்ட் இந்த ஃபோர்ஸ்னால இதில் வந்து ஷியர் ஸ்ட்ரெஸ் வந்து உருவாகுது இந்த மாதிரி ஷியர் ஆஃப் ஆகுறதுனால. So this is what shear stress. So ஒரு planeல no shear stress means அதுதான் வந்து principal plane. The plane which has no shear stress, அங்கே எந்த shear stressுமே இருக்காது, அதுதான் வந்து principal plane. Okay, and shear stress means shear force by shear area. Shear force and எந்த இடத்துல அது shear off ஆயிருக்கோ அந்த area. So this is what shear stress. So what is principal plane? Plane without shear stress. Then what will be principal stress? And the plane la irukra normal stress da principal stress. So normal stress which actually acts in the principal plane. This is what principal stress. Okay. And next one is Morse circle. What is Morse circle? Morse circle is very useful because it has the graphical method. அதை வந்து நம்ம வந்து வரைஞ்சு காட்டுறோம். So it will be more useful. And this graphical method will gives normal stress and tangential stress and the resultant stress. Okay. So these three things it will give by using this Morse circle. Morse circle will be drawn for the following cases. So we are here to see three cases. And the first case, the body is subjected to two mutually perpendicular principal tensile stress with unequal intensities. So here two stresses will be acting. Those two stresses are tensile stresses. Okay. So two stresses will be acting and these stresses are principal tensile stresses and these stresses will be acting perpendicular. This is very important. So it is acting perpendicular and these stresses have unequal intensities. First, let's see the drawing. Here this is the Morse circle. Okay. So in this thing you can see here a point A and we have to draw a line through this point only in the positive because it is tensile stresses, right? So we need to draw only in the positive side, not in the left side, negative side, okay? So a line through the A up to B. Yes. Then choose a point C in the middle. After that, just make a circle, okay, with O as center. Actually, this O will come here. So with O as center, just draw a circle through BC, okay? And then in this O, just draw a line OE. And you have to draw the perpendicular line which touch the BC at D. This is right angle, right? Perpendicular line. After that, just join CE and AE. Okay, this is pi angle and this is theta angle. You have to draw OE for 2 theta angle. Okay, so this is, so AC is stress 2 and AB is stress 1. Yes. Okay, first நம்ம வந்து ஒரு லைன் வரையணும். ஸோ இட்ஸ் டு ஸ்டார்ட் ஃப்ரம் ஏ. இந்த லைன் ஏங்கிற பாயிண்டில் வரணும் ஒன்லி இன் பாசிட்டிவ் சைடில். அதுக்கப்புறம் நெக்ஸ்ட்டு வந்து இந்த லைன் வந்து பிங்கிற பாயிண்டில் முடியணும். அண்ட் யூ ஹாவ் டு சூஸ் சி பாயிண்ட். அதுக்கப்புறம் இந்த சிபியில் வந்து போகிற மாதிரி ஒரு சர்க்கிள் வித் ஓ ஆஸ் சென்டர், ஓவை சென்டராக வச்சு ஒரு சர்க்கிள் வரையணும். அண்ட் தென் ஓக்கு ஈக்கு ஒரு லைன் வரையணும். ஸோ இது வந்து 2 தீட்டாவாக இருக்கணும். 2 தீட்டாவாக வச்சு ஓஇக்கு ஒரு லைன் வரையணும். அண்ட் இந்த பாயிண்ட்டை நம்ம சி கூடையும் ஏ கூடையும் ஜாயின் பண்ணோம் ஆஸ் தீட்டா அண்ட் பை. ஓகே, அண்ட் இருந்து ஒரு பெர்பெண்டிகுலர் வரையணும். இது ஏசியில் டிங்கிற பாயிண்டில் கட் ஆகுது. ஓகே, ஸோ திஸ் பாயிண்ட் இஸ் டி. ஸோ ஹியர் AC is sigma 2 and AB is sigma 1. Okay, and this line AD, so up to AD is normal stress and ED is tangential stress. Okay, so these two things are perpendicular. And then AE, this triangle, so AE is resultant stress. Okay, so this is what Mohr circle for the first condition, first case. And the radius of Mohr circle, we know in a circle, this is a circle and this point is O, right? So this is what diameter. So by 2, dia by 2 will be Mohr circle's radius, right? So here you can see here this is sigma 1 and up to this is sigma 2. So if we minus these two things means we will get the diameter. By 2 it will be radius. So we have found the radius. This radius is common for OE, OC, OB. You can see here OE, OB, OC. So these are all radius only. And pi is angle of obliquity. We need to find AD, ED and then at last AE, right? So for the thing, for AD, we can write this as AO plus OD, right? AO plus OD. What is AO? AC plus OC, right? Because this is what? Radius and this one is sigma 2. And then OD. Okay, so we need to add these things. So first one AO, right? AO is AC plus CO, right? AO is AC plus CO. AC is sigma 2 and CO is nothing but the radius. So you can see here pi 2 plus sigma 2 plus radius. So we can get the answer as sigma 1 plus sigma 2 by 2. This is what AO. And then OD. So this is what the triangle. You can see here this is what the triangle ODE, right? So OD means we can easily say that cos 2 theta. Cos theta will be equal to opposite by adjacent, right? Opposite is ED adjacent by hypotenuse. So adjacent is OD and hypotenuse is 0 OE, right? So OD by OE. Same for sine. Sine is opposite by hypotenuse. So from these things we can easily find OD. So OD is what? OE cos 2 theta. Okay. So we have found this, and AD is, we need to add these two things. OE is nothing but the radius. So just put radius here and then just add it, and this will be the normal stress. Next we need to go to the ED. ED is actually, we have seen here, ED which is equal to OE into sine 2 theta, right? So just put it, OE is nothing but the radius. So this is what tangential stress. So we can easily find the resultant stress here. Okay, and the important points in this Mohr circle, like in the first case, is maximum normal stress will be maximum. So maximum normal stress will be at B and minimum will be at C. As you know, you can see here this point is E, right? So this E will come to B, then it will be a maximum, and this E point will come to C means, and it will be minimum. So we can easily say, like in the E point B la varappa and the stress வந்து maximum இருக்கும். In the E point C க்கு வரப்ப it will be minimum. So sigma 2 will be minimum, that is AC is minimum, and sigma 1 is maximum, that is AB is maximum. Okay, so this is what they are saying here. And then ED, that is tangential stress, will always be perpendicular to CB. As I said, this ED is perpendicular to CB, right? So this one is perpendicular. Okay, so the maximum stress, okay, so ED is perpendicular to CB. So the maximum stress is nothing but this OE, that is radius. Okay, so the point E will come to C and will come to B. Like this point has come to C or B means there is no shear stress. Okay, this is also an important one. So in the E வந்து C கிட்ட B கிட்ட அந்த பாயிண்ட்ல வரும்போது there will be no shear stress. Okay, and next case, Mohr circle, when a body is subjected to two mutually perpendicular principal stresses which are unequal and unlike. அந்த ரெண்டு ஸ்ட்ரெஸ்ஸுமே அன்இக்குவலாக இருக்குது, அன்லைக்காக இருக்குது. வாட் இஸ் த மீனிங்? ஒன் இஸ் டென்சைல் அண்ட் த அதர் இஸ் கம்ப்ரெசிவ். This is what the meaning for this unlike and unequal. Okay, so again two mutual force, but one is tensile and other is compressive. In the before case we have seen only the tensile force, right? Tensile stress. So we have only put positive, but here one is tensile and one is compressive. So we need to draw like A க்கு இந்த side வந்து positive and A க்கு இந்த side வந்து negative. So AB is positive, that is tensile, and AC is negative, that is compressive. Okay, and in this case you can see here AE the same. So O as center, so we need to draw BC as a circle with center of O, right? So நம்ம BC தொட்டு ஒரு circle வரையணும் with O as center, and then we need to draw OE with an angle 2 theta. அதுக்கப்புறம் we need to draw a line ED which should be perpendicular to CB, right? So this is what the perpendicular. After that we need to just join to these points, and this will be pi and this will be theta. Same applies here. The only difference is minus positive, that A has the positive and negative sides. Okay, because the one normal stress is tensile and the other stress is compressive. So sigma 1 is major principal tensile stress and sigma 2 is minor principal compressive stress. Okay, and angle theta is the angle made by the plane, oblique plane, with axis of minor principal stress. So this minor principal sigma 2 which makes the angle theta with the oblique plane. Okay, and pi is nothing but the angle of obliquity. Okay, the same AD, that is AD is a normal stress and ED is tangential stress, and then AE is the resultant stress. Here the triangle is very small here. Okay, so this is what here AD normal stress, ED is tangential stress, and AE is the resultant stress. This is tangential stress or the shear stress. Okay, radius, we know the radius OB, OC, OE, same as the previous case. Okay, and the radius is sigma 1 plus sigma 2 by 2, right? Why it is plus means sigma 1 plus sigma 2 means we will get the diameter, by 2 it will be a radius. Okay, so as in the previous case we need to find AD, so we need to add AO and OD, right? So let's do that. AO, right? AO will be equal to OC minus AC. Okay, see here, AO will be equal to OC minus AC, right? We need to subtract this part from the whole, we will get AO, right? So this part is what? Sigma 2. So AC is sigma 2. This part is what? Sorry, OC is what? This is radius. So we need to subtract it. Radius minus this sigma 2, we will get the answer as sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2. And OD is nothing but the triangle, right? In this triangle we can easily write it as, you can see here, this is what the triangle. So ODE is a triangle. So this is what the small triangle actually, ODE, right? Okay, this is what the triangle, and in this the theta is 2 theta, where cos 2 theta will be equal to adjacent by hypotenuse, so OD by OE. And same sine means it will be ED by OE. So we can easily write OD. If you want OD means just multiply these two things. OE into cos 2 theta will get the answer, and add up together we will get AD, that is the normal stress. After that, tangential stress, which is nothing but ED. We can easily directly write ED, which is equal to OE into cos 2 theta. So OE is nothing but the radius. So we have got two things here. Okay, and the third case, this is the last case. Morse circle when a body is subjected to two mutually perpendicular principal tensile stresses. So here also perpendicular tensile stress accompanied by simple shear stress. So in the simple shear stress nala the tensile stress will be formed. So the tensile stress or acting in the body, actually in the tensile stress வந்து ஒரு bodyல act ஆகுது due to this simple shear stress. So this is what the third condition. Major tensile stress, and this one is minor tensile stress, as you know, sigma 1 sigma 2, right? And then shear stress tau, because the tensile stress is due to the shear stress, right? So நம்ம இங்க shear stress வந்து add பண்ணணும், tau, which is equal to shear stress across face BC and AD. So ரெண்டு ஃபேஸுக்கும் angle made the same, theta வந்து ஒரு normal tensile stress, like here the major tensile stress, அதாவது sigma 1 will make the angle in the oblique plane as theta. So இங்க sigma 1 தான் வந்து ஒரு angle make பண்ணுது in the oblique planeல. Okay, so let's see the diagram first. So this is what the Morse circle for the third case. I will explain it. The point A, we need to draw a line, should be in the positive because it is a tensile stresses, right? So the positive side we need to draw a line, and AC we need to mark C and B first. So to some suitable scales. So AC and AB. After that, we need to draw a perpendiculars, right? Just just draw a perpendiculars, okay, so to some distance. After that, with OG as radius, same distance, right? OG OF as radius, just draw a circle, okay. After that, you need to draw OE at 2 theta. This 2 theta is with OF, okay. After that, so up to this we have completed, and then draw a perpendicular ED. So this is what E, okay, ED, we need to draw the perpendicular D. So that's it, just join the lines. AE and GF, just join the lines. So I'm just explaining again. First வந்து நம்ம A ஓட பாசிட்டிவ் சைடில் தான் ட்ரா பண்ணணும், பிகாஸ் இட் இஸ் அ டென்சைல் ஸ்ட்ரெஸ்ஸஸ். ஸோ ஏலேருந்து ஒரு லைன் ட்ரா பண்ணுறோம், அண்ட் ஏசி ஏபின்னு ஒரு 2 பாயிண்ட்ஸ் வந்து மார்க் பண்ணுறோம், சிபின்னு. அது சம் சூட்டபிள் ஸ்கேல்ஸில் ட்ரா பண்ணுறோம். அதுக்கப்புறம் நம்ம வந்து இந்த பிக்கும் சிக்கும் ஒரு பெர்பெண்டிகுலர் வரைகிறோம், அது வந்து ஜி அண்ட் எஃப். ஸோ நம்ம சேம் டிஸ்டன்ஸில் இதை ஒரு ரேடியஸாக எடுத்து ஒரு சர்க்கிள் ட்ரா பண்ணுறோம் வித் ஓஆர் சென்டர். அதுக்கப்புறம் ஓஇன்னு இன்னொரு லைன் வரைகிறோம், இது வந்து 2 theta ஆங்கிள் ஃபார்ம் பண்ணும் வித் ஓஎஃப் கூட, ஓகே. அதுக்கப்புறம் இடின்னு ஒரு பெர்பெண்டிகுலர், ஓகே, திஸ் இஸ் வாட் பெர்பெண்டிகுலர், இடி பெர்பெண்டிகுலர் வரைகிறோம். நெக்ஸ்ட் ஜஸ்ட் ஜாயின் த லைன்ஸ் ஏஇ அண்ட் ஜிஎஃப், okay, just join the lines and you will get the answer. And here ADE, this is what the triangle we need to consider. So AD is normal stress, ED is tangential stress, and then AE is the resultant stress. Again I am just explaining this one. So we need to draw a line, okay. So this line should be in the positive side of A. Just mark 2 points BC and then draw the perpendiculars, and with the same distance OG or OF as radius, just draw a circle. This should cut at L and M. After that, just draw a line OE. It should make 2 theta angle with OF, and then joined ED. This is a perpendicular actually, okay. Then join AE. So this is what this triangle is we need to find. That is AD is normal stress, ED is tangential stress, and AE is the resultant stress, tangential or shear stress. So we need to find these things. So for the thing, AD is what? AD. So first we need to find AO. After AO and OD, right? So first we need to find AO. AO is AC plus CO. AC is sigma 2 and CO is radius. So we can easily write the radius. The radius is same, sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2, the first case, okay. So this is what the radius, and we have found AO. Then AO plus OD. OD. OD means we need to consider, like, wait, OD means we need to consider this triangle ODE, right? So this is what the triangle ODE. So from these things, cos means, like, cos theta means we can easily get cos theta means adjacent by hypotenuse. So what is adjacent? OD by hypotenuse is OE. But here cos, you can see here I need this one, right? This alone. So this is what? Alpha. So 2 theta minus alpha, I will get this answer, right? So 2 theta minus alpha. So cos 2 theta minus alpha, okay, OD by OE. So OD which is equal to, so from this thing OD means OE into cos 2 theta by alpha. So we have found the OD and AD. So this is what? Sigma n. Okay, a normal stress. So just add these two things, and here cos A minus B, we have the formula cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. Just apply the formula, and OE, which is nothing but the radius, right? Okay, so in this thing, just take this OE as FO because all are same, right? So because we need to use this triangle OBF, so I'm just taking the triangle OBF. I'm just taking OE instead of OF. Okay, so in this triangle OF cos alpha will be OB and OF sin alpha will be BF, right? So cos theta வந்து opposite by hypotenuse and sin theta will be cos theta is adjacent by hypotenuse, sin theta is opposite by hypotenuse. So from this thing we can easily take this OF cos alpha as OB, OF sin alpha is BF. So you can see here, this is alpha, sin alpha, cos alpha we have. So OF cos alpha, I am just writing OB and this 2 theta, cos 2 theta plus OF sin alpha is BF and then sin 2 theta. So we can easily find this as the normal stress. Okay, just a little calculation here. After that, so here OB, right? OB and BF. So instead of OB, I am just writing OC. It's all are same, and BF, which is nothing but the tau, shear stress. So just write that, and this will be the answer for the sigma n, that is normal stress. Okay, and instead of OC we can write this as the radius, right? So this is what the answer. Next, ED we can easily find OE sin 2 theta minus alpha. Okay, so from this thing cos A sin B, sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. This is what the formula, sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. Okay, just apply the formula, and then we just take this OE cos alpha as a single thing, like just take it as OF, and OA cos alpha is OB and OF sin alpha is BF, and from this thing we can write this as OC and pi. This is nothing but the radius, and this is shear stress, and we have found tangential stress here and maximum minimum. These are the formulas actually, just note down it. So if the stress, normal stress is maximum, for the third case this is the formula, sigma 1 plus sigma 2 by 2 plus square root of sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2, this is what radius, plus tau square. Okay, so same here, and the maximum shear stress, the only negativity will come in the minimum. Okay, and the maximum shear stress means this part alone will be the maximum shear stress. And thank you so much for watching this. These are the important topics, and then in the upcoming days I will cover the civil engineering portions actually for the TRB and TNAB. Let's go and do our best. Thank you so much for watching this.